Hi, my name is Laura Marshall. I'll be teaching my gifted and talented 3rd through 5th grade groups today on brick and mortar vocabulary. I'll be using an anchor chart with illustrations and vocabulary words, as well as the QSSA method, and using background knowledge. Thank you. Hey class, today we're going to learn about brick and mortar. Basically, I'm just going to ask you an essential question to begin our lesson. Does anybody know when you build a really strong house, what it's made out of? Rose?
Brick.
Okay, so the strongest is a house to build, could be brick or concrete. So in order for those bricks, if you think about it, when you lean up against the bricks or the concrete blocks, what would happen? Skylar? Good question. So I liked the illustration you used, or the body language you used with your hand. You went like this. Do it again. All right. So basically, if it's not got something holding it up and it's just brick on brick on brick, you're right. It's just going to topple over. Okay. So who knows what you do with those bricks to keep them together? Annie?
You would put concrete on them.
Okay. Very good. It's not necessarily concrete on them, but it is called mortar, and it goes what?
Across.
Across?
It goes on top of it.
It can go on top. It can go to across. Does it fit in perpendicular also? So when that dries, what happens to those brick walls?
They stick together.
What do we do as a scientific method?
Oh,
Megan?
we do experimentation and research, and we can do like exploring.
I love the words that you're using right now. So we do experiments and we explore. I would consider those mortar words actually, because we can experiment with other things outside of science, and we can experiment with and explore things outside of science. So can you be more specific for our mortar words? Like, I would suggest, if you can see the anchor chart and what I'm writing on the anchor chart right now, a mortar word, we'll put in orange so it's easier to look at. A mortar word, oh, you know what? I believe I got confused on what we were discussing. So let me back up. A mortar word is a general word, or like a skill that we use for everything. So Megan, you were correct. These are signal words and phrases that connect the bricks. So graphic organizers, hands-on experiments, testing, grammar, technology, writing. What's something you do whenever you work together, Andy?
Whenever you work together, you collaborate.
Collaborate or teamwork. We learn. What else can we do?
Analyze.
Ezekiel.
Analyze.
Very good. We can do what? Tyler was sharing. Megan?
General is basically something that you know you should do whenever something else is happening.
Okay, I like all of your diverse definitions of general. I would like other people to have opportunity to answer questions. If y'all don't want to, you can stop taking notes right now for your 2-column avid chart and pay more attention to our anchor chart that we're writing right now. All right, so we have an idea of mortar words. Those are just the general words for things and skills and vocabulary in life that we know about. They connect the bricks, right?
Yes.
When you think about the bricklaying, it connects the bricks. Bless you. So then the bricks are the key vocabulary. So in literacy, we would think about prefixes, root words, suffixes, antonyms, and synonyms. What about metaphors? What subject would that be talking about? Skylar?
Metaphor.
When we talk about metaphors and alliteration, what subject are we using?
We're using
Engineering in here? Right. When we talk about characters, themes, setting, climates, plot, and inferences, What subject is that?
Reading.
3rd grade, I'm looking for you. Olivia, where do we talk about all of those things? Do we talk about characters and math?
No.
What do we talk about? Characters and plot and settings? Right. Oh, what did you say?
Reading.
Very good. Yep. What subject do we talk about? The nervous system, scientific method, engineering design. Ezekiel?
Science.
Definitely science. How about history and wars and politicians? Dakota?
Social studies.
Very good. Okay, so you have an understanding that the brick, like brick house, are the subject words that y'all were all just saying. Like, you don't grow up knowing that history is social studies, right? But you do grow up knowing or finding out how to read,
Yes.
right? So you need all of these orange mortar words and able to understand all these words that we've written in blue. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does anybody have a question? Skylar,
My question now.
you decided. Let's use a language frame or like a sentence frame, kind of like we do when we're making hypothesis. When we do that, I say, my hypothesis is blank because. So whenever you make a hypothesis, you say, my hypothesis is, and then you answer that and you say because, and you say your answer, because why. So I'm going to give you a language frame real quick, and I'd like for somebody to share. So I'm going to use this mortar word, and I'd like for you to think of a brick word to go with it. Okay? Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Does everybody understand that I'm going to give you a beginning starter sentence, and you're going to finish it. I'm going to give you a mortar word, and you're going to finish it with a brick word, but the brick word might not even be on our new anchor chart, okay? Skylar, what's that?
I have something to say.
Okay.
I think how you can easily tell them apart is that brick is telling, like, mortar is like the subject, what you're doing, and the brick is like you're going deeper into what it does and this like what is.
All right, everybody give him happy hands. You've got it exactly right. So the mortar is just the general terms that we use, and the brick words are the academic language that we use. All right, let's go to one of those starter sentences I was talking about. When I analyze blank, I blank. What's something that you can analyze? Let's start back. Let's backwards planning here. What's something that you can research or analyze? Dakota?
Animals.
Okay. So, with your language frame, analyze and research are similar words, and they're both mortar or brick. Are they mortar or brick words? Research and analyze.
Mortar.
Trevor, thank you, mortar. All right. So, I think you should be confident. What do you guys think? I think that sounds pretty good for starters. Let's see. How about I give another example? Well, let's start back to the mortar words because those are the general words, okay? So it needed the mortar to hold it tight. So these orange words that I'm explaining to you are the things that hold everything else tight. So do we know what a test is?
Yeah.
And grammar and technology.
Mm-hmm.
So all those are just really general terms, right? We can do a lot of those things in every subject area. But if we're talking specifically about maybe math is our subject. If we're talking about the brick words or the very specific terms or vocabulary words in math, then we're going to talk about adding, summing, or sums
Division.
together. Okay. I'm going to show you a video right now that I think that will help explain it some more. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. When I talk about math, I like to talk about subtraction and multiplication. Does that make more sense? Write. I love to write narrative and opinion essays.